Hey everybody, Abraham here, dude. Don't I have the funnest looking hair? It's the best hair ever. Okay, I'm crazy. I'm super ugly, chunky, and stupid looking. It's great. Okay, hey everybody, Abraham here. Let's get on with it. This is going to be really exciting because I've tried to make this video like 3 times and I find that I just keep rambling on about side stuff. I don't know why I do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed run through this and give you an amazing amount of information, okay, in a very short time. And it's up to you to put your thinking cap on, okay, and dive through this with me, okay? I'm going to do it as best I can, as fast as I can, dude. Here we go. Okay. I've never done it like this before. I'm excited. Are you excited? Let's get on with it. Okay. I see more in my mind than I'm able to extrapolate through my mouth. So I could be explaining something to somebody and miss the overall details of it that would give it the structure of a formal thought that they could have it and fully understand it. Sometimes I'm too elusive in what I'm saying. So, and the video with my grandma, 2 videos back, a couple videos back, I'm explaining to her how racism, ghettos, feminism, go-go girls, all these things that seem separated, but they're not separated. They're all cohesive. And if you watch that video, you'll hear me say to her, pay close attention. This is very important because this racism thing that I'm talking about has to do with women. Okay? I didn't get to say everything I wanted to say in there because, it's in the moment. And you can rewatch the video if you're the person making video, and you can watch, oh yeah, I forgot to say that one thing. Yeah, that would bring the totality of it. It would really enhance that. So, that's the title of these 2 videos I'm doing now. Being pro-system, okay? The thing is that everything is a system. The weather system, the way you make love to your wife and you have children, okay? The way you have hatred and the actions it causes. The ecosystem, economics, engineering, the nuclear family, self-sacrificial love, the circulatory system, the synapses in your brain, firing precisely at the tiniest level to be able to have coherent thought. Everything all together in one area called tangible existence. The architect, who is Elohim, who is God, blueprinted everything, wrote it out. He made them individual, tiny mini systems that seem independent, and they are, yet they are also connected to every other mini system, which makes up in its totality the entire system. Within each mini system are written laws that dictate how, which is like a blueprint, which tells how that system, that mini system works, and how you are to interact with it, as in Deuteronomy chapter number 28, not chapter number 8, which I misspoke earlier in the other video. Deuteronomy chapter number 28, it's not a list of do's and don'ts. It's a blueprint. And it lets you know if you interact with this system in this certain way, this is the result you will get. It's not just the interactions with the system. It also clearly explains throughout the entire Holy Bible, which is a blueprint for all existence and all systems that are functioning. And if you think, oh, there's a system that's not in there. Oh, the weather system or something, it's not in there. Or the ecosystem or anything, it doesn't matter because you have the moral code that's written within there, and based on the moral code is how you interact with tangible existence. So then, by moral and good choices, you would not interfere with that system, such as the weather system, to produce terrible weather results by, say, let's go ahead and have, even though I love the American muscle car and I love that we have energy, but it's not really fossil fuels, but they call it fossil fuels. Fossil fuels go up with the emissions up into the, stratosphere and all that, and the ozone layer, and all it causes terrible things, and global warming and all this. Okay, great. So if you were to see that, and you were to have that knowledge, and then you were to use the moral code that's found within the Holy Bible, and only within the Holy Bible, you could have avoided destroying the ozone and causing global warming based on that moral code of that's not the right proper thing to do. Okay, so everything does have a system that's defined within the Holy Bible. Every system is defined, and the moral code is for the systems that are vague and how to interact with them. And the most important systems are not just clearly blueprinted within the Holy Bible, which are the many systems all connected together, which make up tangible existence and intangible existence, which are commingled. But it also explains what the system is. So it's very vital that you understand that. It explains what the system is and how you interact with it to produce certain results. Okay? Good and bad results. So, Deuteronomy chapter number 28, that is a blueprint from the Creator, the Master Architect, who created the entire system with tethered together, connected mini systems that are independent yet also connected. With their own little mini bylaws, they explain how each mini system works, yet all those separate systems, which are connected together, had their own little mini bylaws, and they seem independent and might even be contrary to other systems, but they're not. They all form together, as does the DNA of your and the atomic structure and the cells of your fingernail, the same as your eyeball. It's all connected. It all works together. It's all one unity. It's all one body, the same as your body. Racism is connected to feminism. That's just the way things are. They're all many systems that are connected, and they have their own bylaws. Now, most of the systems that are man-made should be not interacted with, and they should be absolutely permanently destroyed. I'm trying to do that. Trying to break, you cannot break it because it's an impossibility. Only God can do it. And that's at the end of this world age, where he eradicates all evil and brings in perfect holiness, righteousness, and morality. That's the end of the world. But I had wanted to stop and eradicate the majority of immorality within social media, mainstream media, and most assuredly, popular culture. By the works that I do with my books, with my poems, with my sermon videos. I had hoped to do that, and I'm still working on that. See, the thing is if you have, I don't know that there is anybody like me. I mean, there are some, and they have about max 25% reality and truth of how everything works, and they're mostly conspiracy theorists, okay? Like Alex Jones. He might see things, be like, oh, that's crazy, or, I think his name's Joe Rogan. They might have an understanding of a few things that are happening in the world, but they don't have the totality of the Creator who knows everything, who knows tangible existence, and who's blueprinted within the Holy Bible, and they studied that so long and understand exactly what's going on. You see, it's not a conspiracy theory. Everything I'm talking about is reality. It's just the way things are. It's not, oh, I hope this, or I'm the one who made this up, or no, bud, I'm talking about reality. Pure facts. Pure facts. Can't get away from it. Can't escape. It's just the way things are. So, If you ever, so you might wonder, because people say I'm anti-women, or maybe I'm racist, or they might say these different things. I'm none of those things. You see, you're so twisted. I'm not accusing you specifically who's watching this, but maybe I am. It's all separate, but it's all together. It's all connected. Now listen, you might say, oh, he's a white, racist, misogynistic, anti, blah, 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 all these different names you guys come up with. Okay? It's crazy. It's crazy. First off, you should stop making up all these crazy names, okay? And labeling people even though you don't really know them. That's mental, okay? You need help, okay? You need serious mental help, and you need to turn to the Lord Jesus Christ and get some help, okay? Go see a pastor, okay, or a priest, whichever you prefer, and go ahead and get some help, because that's crazy talk, okay? That's for real crazy. Now, here's the deal. I am not anti-women, and I am not racist. The reason why I'm called these different things, and homophobic, and anti-Islamic and all those things, that's because the reason is, there's two reasons, all right? I'll clearly explain them. With any of these things that I'm called, or any system that people are like, oh my God, when I interact with the system, and then they're like, oh my God, it's so terrible, oh, what is he doing? He's anti-women, he's racist, misogynistic, all these different things, okay? Hierarchy, the patriarchy, all these retarded things they come up with, okay? Let me explain what it is. There's two sets of people, and that's all there is. There is no third option. They're either too stupid to understand exactly what I'm doing because I'm properly working each system, or I'm explaining how the system actually works. Take, for instance, racism, okay? If I tell you that the system exists, all right, and how to interact with that system and what's actually happening right now, there's only two types of people there will be. There's a third people who will get it. The third option is that you'll get it. You'll understand. But there's only two real options, because this is the majority of the mass of the population. You're either too stupid to understand what I'm talking about, not being mean, just talking real. You're too stupid to understand any of the things that I'm explaining, and you're like, oh my God, it sounds racist, because you've been conditioned. You've been brainwashed and conditioned to believe a certain mindset that makes you think that if someone's telling you the truth, all right, there's things within the way I talk, or the way I am, or the way I explain things, or the things I have to say to be able to understand, to tell you how to defeat racism. You'd be like, that's racist. That sounds racist to me. Because, that's the one, because you're too stupid. Because the other half of the coin is those who know that racism is bad. And if anyone wanted to come and try to, because they're propagating racism, okay? They invented it, and they're causing it, okay? And they don't want their system to be broken because they need their political power, or whatever power they need over other individuals. So they'll say, listen, guys, they won't say it blatantly, like, oh, that sounds, watch out for this guy who says this thing because that's racism. What they'll do is they'll create situations like a Hollywood movie, and they'll say, oh my God, this is so terrible what's happening here. Oh, it's so racist, my God. And then they'll get you, the stupid ones, not you individually, but they'll get the stupid ones to be like, wow, that's a terrible situation, a terrible speech, a terrible anything that they put emotional, like a movie that they made. And then they'll make you believe that the good things that the guy was talking about, say me, to destroy racism, and how you can actually defeat it and be free from it forever, and it can never come back, they don't want that system to be broken, the bad guys. So they'll show the things that I might say. They'll say the truth is so terrible. I'll give you an example. Donald Trump, listen, very important. The Democrats caused all the racism. They wanted to keep their slaves, and they created the KKK to keep them oppressed, the black people, and they weaponized the welfare system to make it so you don't have generational wealth, that you cannot leave their plantations. And they primarily started up the idea of naming it the ghetto, going by the blueprint of the Nazis when they encamped the Jews in the 1930s and 1940s. The Democrats did all of that, and they're still doing it. And they're using eugenics to be able to weed out your population from the American society and from the whites so that they could have their own utopia. That's literally happening. That's not a guess. That's not a conspiracy theory. That's really happening right now to you. Have you ever looked inside the ghetto? What do you guys have? You guys have rap music, which endorses drug selling, pimping women, doing crimes. You're the greatest ever. You have 1 million chains. You have 5 mansions. While you know the place that you came from, people are starving to death, going to die from drug overdoses. While you ball it out in the club. Oh, I'm so great. I'm balling. You got your women on there acting like they're prostitutes, stripping. All of them are naked. They're all talking about how they take 10 dudes at a time. They're all talking about how they're stripper hoes, how their boss laying it like a queen, which amps up the independence, right? Which causes them to weaponize, which causes you in your mind to justify the weaponizing of welfare. That you don't need a man, all right? And that you're independent, you can make it on your own. All right? And you don't need to follow authority and have honor towards God, and you want to destroy that system of you being in service to God and Jesus, because you'd rather make your bands and get your bag by selling the keys. And you got to do what you got to do, bro, and I got to look like a boss. When Jesus said, we're not lions, we are lambs. We are his lambs. Okay, so you got to be as a child and as like a lamb. None of us are lions. Just okay. Oh yeah. And then you see these Facebook posts, anytime posts. I'm a lion. I'm a boss. I slay it. I'm a queen. I'm a king, and I rule, and I beat the hell out of everybody. I'll kill everybody that doesn't. You guys allow that to be sung. You allow that to be your culture. And then you go with the false gods of Beyonce's false gods of the Egyptian god Ra. You ever seen that? It's a cross. It's a cross. And then it's got a circle thing on top. It's because they want to feel like, oh, Mother Africa, right? And that's great. Have your heritage, but don't go into false gods. Okay? Because false gods from the ancient times are real bad, dude. And human sacrifices and stuff. It's crazy. You want to stick to the true religion of Jesus Christ. That's what you want to do. So when you come out with Beyonce wearing the costume of these false gods like Minerva or any of those, like the Egyptian gods, I forget the girls' names. There was Ra. There's Amun. There's many different ones. Okay. So they would come out and they would have these like big headdresses. Right? It looks like they're like jagged, like their face is the sun, and it's like got the jagged golden stuff coming out. All these things, all right? You guys are allowing it to happen, which destroys the mentality and the mindset of the common population of African Americans based on the popular culture that you allowed to happen. See? And all these different things are in play. See? Now, if I was to come out and say all these things, I'd be like, oh my God, it's so racist, dude. You're against our culture. That's because the ones who are doing the racism have made you be brainwashed, the dumb ones be brainwashed, that if anyone comes and tells you the truth, you would automatically revolt against them and protect the system of racism that they're propagating against the one who wants to actually help you to be free. That's real. So when you come along with Donald Trump and Donald Trump says, look, guys, you've been under Democratic rule for 100 years? Nothing's gotten better. It's only gotten worse. What the hell do you have to lose? You ride with me for one term. What do you got to lose? You got nothing to lose. You can't get any lower than what you already are. And what they say, oh my God, dude, he's the worst guy ever. He's racist. Because the guy who's coming with the answers has already been predetermined to be racist by the system that they've set up by showing you Hollywood things that make it look like it's racist. And you bought into it and be like, oh my God, dude, that's what I've seen from our overlords who told us that this is all that kind of thing is racist. So what they'll do is they'll do like this. Hands up, don't shoot. Which was a lie. And then they'll do then you look who's telling you these things. You look who's telling you these things. Who's telling you that? It wasn't people on the street. People on the street didn't say that. They might have lied to the cops and said, oh man, he was just, we're going to protect our homie and, we're not going to rat each other out. All these different things, dude. So dumb, dude. So dumb. So what'd they do? All the newscasters, they told you, hands up, don't shoot. No emotionalism. Don Lemon. Oh, God, so terrible. Oh, fresh breath of air. When 900,000-year-old Biden trips down the stairs, or trips up, how do you trip up the stairs? Okay, let me tell you. So, you gotta something's wrong with you, bud. Tripping up the stairs. What's happening here? So, and you see Don Lemon. Oh, the civility, the beautifulness of Biden's speech. Oh, it feels so good. Away from Trump. He's one of the ones propagating the racism. Oh, yeah. I want you to watch a movie for me, okay? And you can just speed through it if you don't want to watch the whole thing. I want you to watch Dawn of Justice, Batman versus Superman, okay? And I want you to watch on there when catastrophic things happen, it's doing like the news thing, when movies come on, oh my God, this is happening at this certain place, and then Superman's like sees it on the news and he flies over there and saves the day. I want you to watch. It has CNN real anchors, the real people from CNN, in the movie. And they're saying it, they're reporting about it in the same exact way that they report the real news. That's because these people are paid actors. It's all rigged system. It's all fake. Listen to why it's fake. There's going to be a part number 3. This is about women, because this all ties together. It's all about systems that evil people use to destroy you. They're all actors. They're all actors. They use emotionalism. You ever go to a movie and you feel sad? Or you watch the 9/11 movie and you feel patriotic. You leave there like, dude, I want to kill some damn terrorists. I want to make my community amazing. You go and watch a racism movie. You're like, damn, dude, we got to stop the injustice. That's Hollywood. It's called emotionalism. That's what they do on the news. That's what all the politicians do. They do emotionalism. They don't tell you hardcore facts. Just basic facts. You know who did that? Donald Trump. People like Donald Trump. Just came out and said, here, no bullshit. Sorry for my language. No bullshit. Here's the bottom line. Here's where we stand. Here's where we're going. End of story. He's an alpha male, just like me. And that's the way it is. And the reporters, they'll come on, oh my God, it's so terrible, so racist, white misogynist, KKK. They'll create anything. Because they're the ones who are controlling the whole system of evil. All right? Not the whole system, but the majority of the system. There are others in other parts that are doing evil things on a big scale. But to get a nation to follow you, okay, as sheep to the slaughter, if you want to have a population of slaves, like we do now, you'll get all the women to act like whores, to forget the man. You'll get men to act like crazy people who are bawling all the time and have 20 chains and 10 girls. You'll get all the kids to be ADHD. You ever seen the cartoons that are on now? You ever watch the new SpongeBob's? They're like, like that out of nowhere for no reason, which tells your kid that's normal behavior. That's fun. And then they get told that they're ADHD because they, act that certain way, the same way they see in the cartoons. It's all a game. It's all fake. It's all fake. And once you bust out of it, you'll be able to see people like me who actually do care about you. I'm not racist. Not at all. I love everybody because Christ Jesus loves everybody. And I'm his servant. I love all of you. I'm not misogynistic. Stay tuned for part number 3. I super love you guys. Just pay attention. This is where help's at.